Okay guys, let's have a look at something I very rarely trade, the open.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. This is your first time here. I'm the big fella Scruff. What I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good and you find value in the videos, etc., do hit the like, comment, but more importantly, hit the little subscribe button, because it genuinely motivates me to do more, and it also lets me know that what I'm looking at is pushing through. Happy days. So, firstly, why don't I trade the opens? Well, I certainly don't trade it on the open. I think that is borderline suicide, because it's a gamble. We don't know which way the money flow is going to go. But if I am going to trade it, I'll let the first 15 minutes close. And it's kind of coming on to 8:15 now. I've already done my analysis, and I've got a good idea what I'm looking for. But I want to just ensure that I'm right. And 15 minutes isn't such a long time, because you don't have to jump in the market. You can, but that's just stupid. You know, let the market show its hand. Let it tell you what it's going to be doing. And then trade. You should be a reactional trader rather than a predictive trader. If you're trying to predict something, then let's just say it's difficult. But reactional, well, if the chart showed its hand, well, then you're just taking a little piece of that action, which is what we're after. So let's flick this over and we'll have a little look. Now, I have, before coming into market, already told the guys, they're all having a bit of a chat there in the bar, but while they're doing that, I've made this for them so they know exactly what it is we're looking at. And we have a face-to-face meeting every day, guys. So that's running 24 hours a day. You can always go in and have a chat with each other, or I'll come in. I do Monday night, Tuesday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday morning. We have Zoom calls, and that way it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you'll get the opportunity. But I do a breakdown for them, tell them exactly what it is that I'm looking at. But I also tell them what the strengths are. So that went in 20 to 8 this morning. There's a basket of what's going on. So you can see the strengths in the market. See, the pound is reasonably strong. This is weak. The pound's gained ground, and that's lost ground. Right. Doesn't tell you the direction. What it tells you is movement. This is going to shift. So that's what we're looking at with this. Okay. Now, this section highlights the majors, and it's telling me that pound JPY is a good market. It's the best of the bunch. It's telling me it's a good one. It's telling me to look at the hourly chart. And then also from the strengths in the market pick, it's also pulled it out here. So it seems reasonable that it's a good opportunity. Now, I take that one step further. On the top of each hour, I do what's called Scruffy bias. In other words, it's me being accountable to the guys. They get to see what it is that I'm looking at. So for this time segment, 8 o'clock, I'm looking to sell it. And it's a pretty good trade. It's a B trade. And it's saying that its status is fair, which means there's a good opportunity, but don't push the boat out. Just get in, get out. And then in my notes, it's like sort of 5 pips minimum, 10 pips minimum, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's what that's all about. Okay, so what about the chart? Well, if we look at it, there's a good reason why I'd be attracted to it. Put an hour on. Look at that. Boom. That's what's called an overextended candle. All right, it's way bigger than anything before. And it's also signs of a flush out. So if market's coming for some kind of correction of some description, it'll flush out the market. Out it'll go. And if you put Bollinger Bands on and everything, even without looking at this, I'll tell you that's stretched to buggery. All right. So there you go. Absolutely stretched. And it's coming in now. So that sell for this hour is coming in. Don't need these indicators. But what I do need is a fib to give me some boundaries. Now, fibs is all sorts of ways you can use them. Now, for today, it's highlighting this level here. So what I'm going to be doing is what's called price trailing. So let me just drop that to 15 minutes. And I'm going to put an order under here. And the price has to come down into this zone. Okay. So let me just drop an order in. And I want it to come to me. Just like so. So I'll put it at the base of there. Now, where can the market go? Well, it could actually go all the way up to this red zone. So I'm quite happy to stage all the way up to here. But I'm also going to be trailing the price. Now, what that means is, on this 15-minute chart, every time that's green, I'm going to move the price up. When it's red, I'm going to stop till it triggers me in. Then I can work out what I'm after. Now, in the meantime, that is, if I take that down to sort of the base of that level, there's a good 94 quid. Now, I don't have to go to market today because I've done really well. There is another market I'm looking at as well, which I've got half an eye on this because I think this is going to short today as well. Okay. But my other markets, I finished. I was in this morning. There was a couple of good opportunities while I was setting up. So I've took them. And you saw me do that yesterday. So life is pretty good, you know. So let me play this out and I'll come back to you at the end and I'll tell you a little bit more about the trade. And also, if you've got questions, just drop them in the comments and I'll bring them up in the videos, give you a shout out and sort of try and clarify what it is you're stuck with. Because when it comes to trading, one thing that I will say is, don't chase shiny objects, you know. Just because you see somebody doing really well doesn't mean to say you'll replicate it. Because the best teacher is you. And there's only you know your pain points, there's only you know your pleasure points. Right? And trading is a lot to do with what's up here. Yes, you need a strategy and you need some kind of knowledge of the markets, but it's how you manage the trade is where the money's made. Doesn't matter what your direction is, because the market will go up, it'll go down, and it'll do it in a single day. So your strategy is not as important as the management of a trade. That's something that needs to work on. Whereas the industry is sold that my system is brilliant. Look at me, I make a fortune. And I do it just by this moving average. Fuck's sake. No. You make your money in being sensible and applying common sense. Let's play this out, see how we get on. Okay guys, so job done. Finally stopped out. A little bit of work here and there, reposition a few of the orders, but that's one of the arts of trading, and it's all part of trade management, and it'll get you through it. Result. So what have we done? Well, let's have a look. A little calculator out, because I've done quite well, sort of 1,500 quid over the last couple of days. Kind of live with that. So 2690 plus 830 plus 47, 9250, 120, 780, 2280, 53, 45, 193, 20, and 172. Is that up to today? Yep. Giving me 669 and 70 pence on the day. I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. So what's the moral of the story here? Well, I never chased the market, as you saw. I made certain the price came to me, and then I just managed it. That's simple. X did not mark the spot. Did a full breakdown analysis for the squad. Told them exactly what I was looking at, why I was looking at it, and how I'm going to manage this. You see that all the time in the modules that I put up. And then it's just patience. Just wait. You know, let it trail. As soon as it's triggered in, right, fine, it's triggered in. Let's have a look, see what the capabilities of the market are. It's where your levels come into play, it's where your fibs come into play, and then you work to each point. Then once you're paid and you're risk-free, so can't lose any money, that is, you can then start managing your stops to get what is essentially a bonus. So I hope that helps. Do subscribe to the channel, genuinely helps. If you're stuck, I'm very easy found. All my contact details are in the comments and the description. Do drop a comment in, I will answer it. And if you're interested in prop funds, there's a 5% discount there for you from the 5%ers. And if you're looking for a good broker, which aligns with it, you've got the MT5 on Black Bull, which is one of the few that can still give you leverage. Again, there's a good link there, and you'll also get a load of education with them as well. And it's all free of charge once you sign up with the link. So there we go. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.